Which Canadian cities fall under each time zone?
Hey there! Welcome to this video where we'll explore the different time zones in Canada and the cities that fall under each one. Canada is a vast country with 6 primary time zones, spanning from the Atlantic coast to the Pacific coast. Let's dive right in and discover which Canadian cities are located in each time zone.
Atlantic time zone, AST.
Our journey begins in the Atlantic time zone, AST, which is 4 hours behind Coordinated Universal Time, UTC-4. This time zone is observed in parts of the Canadian provinces of Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and Newfoundland and Labrador. Cities in the Atlantic time zone: Halifax, Nova Scotia, St. John, New Brunswick, Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador.
Eastern time zone, EST.
Moving westward, we arrive at the Eastern time zone, EST, which is 5 hours behind Coordinated Universal Time, UTC-5. The Eastern time zone is observed in several Canadian provinces and a small portion of a territory. Cities in the Eastern time zone: Toronto, Ontario; Ottawa, Ontario; Montreal, Quebec; Quebec City, Quebec; Hamilton, Ontario; London, Ontario.
Central time zone, CST.
Continuing our journey, we reach the Central time zone, CST, which is 6 hours behind Coordinated Universal Time, UTC-6. The Central time zone covers parts of the provinces of Manitoba, Ontario, and a small portion of the Northwest Territories. Cities in the Central time zone: Winnipeg, Manitoba; Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Mountain time zone, MST.
Heading further west, we enter the Mountain time zone, MST, which is 7 hours behind Coordinated Universal Time, UTC-7. The Mountain time zone is observed in certain parts of the provinces of Alberta and British Columbia. Cities in the Mountain time zone: Calgary, Alberta; Edmonton, Alberta.
Pacific time zone, PST.
Continuing our westward journey, we arrive at the Pacific time zone, PST, which is 8 hours behind Coordinated Universal Time, UTC-8. The Pacific time zone covers the majority of the province of British Columbia. Cities in the Pacific time zone: Vancouver, British Columbia; Victoria, British Columbia.
Yukon time zone, YST.
Finally, we reach the Yukon time zone, YST, which is 9 hours behind Coordinated Universal Time, UTC-9. The Yukon time zone is observed in the Yukon Territory. Cities in the Yukon time zone: Whitehorse, Yukon. That wraps up our exploration of the Canadian cities and their corresponding time zones. Remember that time zones can sometimes change due to daylight saving time, so it's always a good idea to double-check if you're unsure. I hope this information has been helpful to you. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.